Williams.
And look at all the little Sarah Palins. Hundreds of the little caribou Barbies, always ready.
Running back to Alaska.
Running back to Alaska to pop out another child. And to kill an animal from a helicopter.
Yes. Williams, look, you're so close. Look at you. And
At that moment, she was going, no! He's hairy!
No. You love him and you decided to wear a zip-up wool cardigan. Okie dokie.
Just to be comfortable.
Yes, it's chilly.
Don't be afraid, chicken's done.
Oh, you can hang your hat.
Yeah.
Now, so now, listen, you're here. You are really here for the Princess' birthday big gala concert.
Yes, sir.
Raising money for the Princess Trust.
Yes, sir. The trust, not the truss.
No.
Yes, yes.
No, not that's too early.
That's way too early. Oh, look at you drinking wine. Oh, good. And me just out of rehab. Thank you. That's all right. It's like having a donut in front of a diabetic. It's okay. You'll find me and Amy Winehouse going on, try to get me back to rehab.
Now, listen, the concert, I have to tell people, it goes out on Saturday, the 15th of November, 8:35 on ITV1.
Right.
Is when it actually televises. And, I mean, because it is in front of the Prince and on television, do you have to think very carefully about what material you do? Will you be kind of censoring yourself?
Yeah, don't talk about the ears and things. Yeah. Can you hear me? Yeah, I think you do and you don't. I think that, number one, you have to be careful what he's laughing at.
Yeah.
And also to see what works in England versus America. But the good news is we have Barack. And once you go Barack, you never go back. You know, it's like, man, it's like... And a lot of people in Ireland are going, he's black Irish, he's an Obama.
It is.
It's right there. He's the Obama, I'll tell you right now.
You know they will be, because every president is from
Yeah,
Ireland.
so,
That's the law.
I think actually Obama is Kenyan for Kennedy. It's an amazing thing, though. The joy that took place when he was elected is just this insane joy and obviously tears of joy, like when you look and see Jesse Jackson, because the dream came true. It's almost like the dream came true. The dream came true. Great God Almighty, now the dream came true. But I know that there's people still wondering that on Inauguration Day, there's still people thinking that on Inauguration Day, all of a sudden he'll be going, Mr. Obama, you're now president. What's up, what's up, what's up? Yo, 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 gonna keep it real. Yo, yo, yo. I'm gonna bring it down right now. This is members of my cabinet. This is little Ray Ray. This is G-Man. This is my other people. We going down Pennsylvania Avenue with the top down.
Before we do another thing, we loved you as the genie in Aladdin.
Oh, that was fun.
So we thought we might have our very own genie on the show tonight. Yeah. So is there anyone in the audience who fancies a go at being a genie? Oh, look at them, they do. OK, try you. What's your name?
Ewan.
Sorry, what?
Ewan. His name is Urine. Ewan, nice to have you here.
Thank you.
No worries. Can I hear you? Tell me.
He's quite frightening.
I know. Don't piss off Ewan.
OK, so Ewan, so think of a magic word, right? Something, you know, it's just you, magic word, and that camera 3 is going to do a kind of zoom crash on you. So when I say go, and you'll just do your magic word. OK, so Ewan, go.
Hi, Graham.
Wow. How, Graham, I feel like we're in the middle of a telethon right now. Ewan has learned to say hi, Graham, thanks to your dollars. Please help. He'll learn another phrase by the end of the show. Yes.
Should we try another boy? Actually, you're wearing blue already. Let's try you. Yeah? OK. So into that camera, your magic word. What's your name?
Nick.
Gnick. OK.
Friend of Ewan.
OK. Number 3, and go.
Alakazam.
Wow. Whoa.
It was almost too good.
It was a bit like, you're very good at that.
Yeah.
Alakazam. Time to dance now. I'm dance with you and Gnick on Alakazam. Jazz hands, jazz paws. Way to go, Gnick.
Gnick, go. Okay, go. Follow the man away. There you go, Gnick. There you go. All right, see you shortly, Gnick. Bye-bye. Now, talking about Aladdin and the genie, and everything, you must be, like, animators must just love... Because even in that film, what did you do, 56 voices as Aladdin's genie?
Yeah, it was fun to do voices that you'd never hear in a cartoon, like Jack Nicholson. The idea of him being in a cartoon is like, maybe a little wrong for the kiddies. You know? It was fun because the first day we did it, I said, "Do you mind if I try something?" And they went, "Oh, fine." And then by the end, they had 23 hours of material to choose from. And even the great thing about it was to even make fun of Disney's own marketing stuff, like the idea of them selling everything. And that was the first time they even made fun of themselves, which was kind of great.
And did you feel like Disney were interfering, or they just let you go?
Oh, I think they let me go because after a while they realized, this certainly works well. Maybe! And then after that, it was like this kind of tradition of hiring comedians to be in cartoons, which is great, because they come and they riff like crazy. And the great thing is when I see you give them a voice and then they draw it, and then the animators go from what you gave them and go even further, which is wonderful.
And can you look at a cartoon and come up with a voice?
Well, like with Happy Feet, I got to be, like, I played 2 different characters. Initially 3, but then they were worried that the one voice sounded too familiar. But when I got to play an Argentinian penguin, used to play the little machismo penguin, you know, the guys, the Argentinian guys were going, "What do you know you want it?" "What are you looking at? You know you want it. Look at it. Don't be afraid of the flippers. I love you. I brought you some pebbles. There's some bling, baby. You want some bling? You know you do. Yes, you're hot, and you know I got a beak that'll make you feel so good." And then you had, like, all the crazier ones, you know?
Listen, talking of animation, we got people in our audience to draw cartoons of themselves. Now, I'm sensing self-esteem issues.
Well, let's see.
Now,
oh, no.
Now, God forbid, when I ask to see this woman in the audience, that she looks like this.
Graham Norton, you better not put that up on a camera. I will bitch slap your big ass around the stage. I will be on you like shit on Velcro. Yeah.
Well, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Okay, show the picture.
This is the lady. Now, her name is Jane Hayes. Jane Hayes? Now, let's have a look at Jane in the flesh.
Jane?
Jane, you're beautiful, Jane.
Jane, you're not a gay black basketball player.
Now, spare a thought for Sally Jenkins and I think her husband. Look at Sally. Where's Sally?
Suffers from paperclip tits.
Sally, you look quite buxom. With your funny little terrier ears. Look at you. Oh, and for some reason you've drawn a penis on your own face. Why has she done that?
She's done a penis with 2 tiny balls. And what are those? Those are, I don't know, there's 2 upside-down bells. Oh, my God.
Is that your husband, Dave? Is that you? Yeah.
Yeah.
And what, are you naked as well?
Yeah.
What's that strange line?
Yeah, but more importantly, what's peeking out here? Are those your 2 balls going, I'm down here? And why do you have an accordion for a neck?
Oh, yes. Yeah, what's with the neck?
We were drunk.
I don't know. We were drunk.
No
Fair
shit.
enough. Yeah. Who else have I got? Actually, I'd quite like to see this woman. Stephanie Jack. Where's Stephanie Jack? Hello, Stephanie Jack. Now, there's Stephanie Jack in the flesh, and here she is in the cartoon. It's quite good.
This is a great Japanese anime character. Mr. Titsula to come to your house. She have big eyes to come to your house with a larger breast. Open the door with her nipples. Look at those. Humming, 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 humming. Mr. Bouncing Breast. Follow the bouncing breast. Wow. That's kind of one. Can I have this one?
Yes, you can.
Been on the road for a while.
laughing too loudly there. Stop it. Now, listen, we were talking about Happy Feet. Happy Feet, doing those voices, were you involved in that film because of the global warming? Is that kind of...
I was involved because it was George Miller, global warming, and the idea of just being in a cartoon done with the music alone I wanted to be part of. I got to sing the kind of My Way by the Gypsy Kings. For me, I love animation. I collect it. I've loved watching it for years. And, yeah, the global warming is always great to talk about because it is real. I mean, as we found out, it does happen. Yes. You know, it is... and the idea of, you know, trying to do anything to try and help with it is for me, quite interesting.
OK. Now, talking of penguins, because we like penguins, everyone likes penguins, there was a story this week, did you see it, about a penguin in a wildlife centre in Torquay, right? This is a little penguin, right? It was rejected by its mother, right? Which is very sad.
Oh.
Well done. Oh, look at you. Oh, don't cry. So it was rejected by its mother. So what you do with a lonely little baby penguin, you buy it a friend. Now, I can't but help feel... They could have spent longer in the shop.
Yeah. You're hearing the penguins going,
thanks a lot.
that's my friend. He doesn't do anything. He's been dead for 2 years.
No, but the amazing thing is it did work.
Really?
It worked. The little baby penguin was doing really, really well till it choked to death on a big Google eye. They're quite loose.
Do you remember the part when they actually, the Norwegian ornithologists found out that about gay penguins? And they had 2 gay penguins who lived in the New York Zoo. And they were cohabitating for years, and they just, by the fact that they just kept bringing each other bling, like, I made this for you.
Is they really?
Really gay penguins, yeah. They gave
great... Oh, no, not really gay penguins. Not just gay penguins.
Oh! I'm swimming! Who's got fish? I got fish! Oh, God.
Apparently our genie assistant is Nick. He is ready. So look at this. Look at this. We've got an actual lamp. Now, honestly, panto season, I don't know how we managed to hire this. Presumably there were children sobbing in Southampton, going, where's the lamp?
You took my lamp!
Okay, so we rub it like... That's disgusting. But anyway,
Work the lamp. Work the sound. Polish the lamp. Polish the lamp.
Oh,
yes!
Oh, there you look. Yay! Well done. Not as good as a guess. There you go. There you go. Okay. Well done, Genie. Now, do your special work, because you've just appeared. To do your special magic thing again.
Alakazam!
Very good. Well done.
I don't know what he's doing here, but it works for me. Very few genies tread water. What are you doing? I'm floating, treading water with my arms underneath me.
Oh! He's taking notes. Okay, Genie, be gone.
Wow!
Oh! It's good. I'm surprised myself. Now... because, you know, you're on the show, we haven't had you on the show, there's lots of things I want to talk about, so briefly, just briefly,
right.
I do want to touch on Mork and Mindy, which I'm sure you get...
It's fun. We had a great time.
And I suppose we've forgotten that we'd never seen anything like that on television before. I mean, do you know what I mean? Your performance in that...
It was so crazy that it was once again, they just let me do what I did, and they sat back, and it used to be, you do your thing. And
was it really that kind of like... did they write it in? Did they just go, and then Robin's funny?
Yeah, good luck. Take care. They used to have a censor because I would kind of go off, and they had a woman... They finally had to get a woman who spoke Yiddish and Chinese to kind of cover, because I was throwing in references, and they went, I know what that means. So I was, you know, trying so many different things. But the first year was crazy because they really didn't have a sense of... and they just said, OK, we don't know what to... They couldn't impose anything because they didn't know how I was going to go with it.
And the extraordinary thing is, like, you know, because lots of comics do get a hit sitcom, it's brilliant. But for you then to come out of that and have the amazing film career you've had on top of that...
It's been quite... I mean, it started off a little strange with Popeye, where it was like, whoops, but then... and then work your way back!
Exactly. I watched that quite recently, and it's a beautiful, beautiful film.
It really is. It just was a movie. It was like, at the end, it was like Ed Wood. They ran out of money. Shelley was in this pond with an octopus with no mechanism going, help! 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 And, you know, but it was a sweet, sweet movie.
And really lovely music as well.
Oh, great music. It's Harry Nilsson. I mean, the combination was pretty insane. Harry Nilsson, Jules Pfeiffer, Robert Altman, even Nostradamus would go, I gotta go, you know? It was a great group of people.
But then you were just absolutely on a roll after that.
Yeah, I mean, I got to do... the great thing for me is, no matter what movie it is, I get to work with extraordinary people. I've worked with, you know, people like Glenn Close, John Lithgow, Walter Matthau, Max von Sydow, Robert De Niro, Pacino. You know, I didn't get to work with Brando. I met him, and he was very, very excited to go, you're so funny. I couldn't work with you because I'd be laughing all the time and I dropped my chicken.
And how did people like De Niro and Pacino take to you?
Well, the weird thing with Pacino is, you know, he's a method actor, so he would... The first day on the set, I came to visit, and he was on... He prepared for the scene by doing this kind of... Rah! Rah! And I was backstage, and I went... Me. And he got, who did that? Who did that? It's me, Mr. Pacino. Nice to meet you. And I went, oh, hey, Robin, it's you. Okay, we'll start. Let's do this. Let's do this. You know, with De Niro, I know him, so he's like, let's try. It'll be fun. It'll be good. That'll be good. That's nice. You know? And my favorite, the guy to work with who's probably the craziest, most wonderful, is Chris Walken. Because he says things in the weirdest way anybody does. I love you so much, I can't shit. But it is the way that I do it, and after you get to work with all these people, the whole experience of making movies is just the joy of working with all of them, plus great cinematographers, great directors, great crew in weird places, you know, and for me, it's a gift. I mean, it's really kind of a joy. And the chance to do characters like 1 Hour Photo, to play someone that creepy, you get to explore criminal behavior and not do jail time.
Yeah. And you mentioned 1 Hour Photo there, where you played that really kind of obsessive character. I love that film. It's a really good film.
Yeah, it's very creepy. I mean, and it's creepy, but it's also at the same time the loneliness of that man. And the idea of what is privacy, and the idea of people and photographs that... When I talked to a lot of people who worked in 1 Hour Photomats, they said, you know, we do that. I went, excuse me? They said they could duplicate a photograph. If you have a photograph of, if you're slightly large, of you in a thong, it's probably on their wall. And I was like going, oh, no. And he said, yes. And the idea of someone who lives their life through someone else's life, you're going, that's kind of what happens now with a lot of people.
And also, because you're Robin Williams, presumably you have fans who do kind of live their life like that through
Once in a while. I've never had the really... Well, let's knock. I mean, I've never had the really crazy, crazy ones.
Actually, gotta just say, not quite hard, because there are some fans in the audience tonight. Look at them going, uh-oh, he doesn't know about us yet. This is something, when we have a big star like you, what we like to do is, if there are fans who've travelled, to give them the opportunity to ask some questions. Now, who have I got first? I've got, looking for Victoria Campbell. There's Victoria Campbell, excuse I. Okay, now stand up, Victoria.
Good luck, Graham.
Thank you. Stand up, Victoria.
Be careful, Graham.
So you're Victoria.
I am.
And where are you from?
Bristol.
Bristol? That's brilliant news, isn't it? Here's Robin. There he is. There he is. Look, he's quite close. He's still quite far away. Back. What would you like to ask him?
Robin, your friend Lance Armstrong is back in Tour de France?
Yes.
Is that anything you consider yourself doing?
Me riding the Tour de France?
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
That's your question. That's a one question. You want to know if he's going to enter the Tour de France? Call me psychic host. I'm guessing no.
If they ever have a super heavyweight category, yeah, that'd be great. Oh, no, I ride bikes. I ride for, like, the farthest I've ever been is 80 miles, and a lot of French riders were going, you pussy, get out of here, don't go.
Where's Andrew Goss? Andrew Goss. Hello, Andrew. Look at you. Now, where are you from?
Edgware.
And what's your question?
Hi, Robin. I just wanted to ask.
I'm Graham Norton. I'm here every week. This week's special for him.
Hi, Robin. In the past, you've made a documentary about one of your passions, dolphins.
Is this going anywhere?
And I just wanted to know whether you are planning to make any films about any of your other interests.
Well, thank you. Thank you. I am.
Oh, wait, he is.
I am, and they'll be on sale in adult movie stores. One of them is called Goodwill Humping. But thank you, yeah.
Have you really
Your other
made,
interests, thank you.
have you really made a film about dolphins?
I did a documentary about dolphins. I got to swim with them in the open sea, which was pretty great. And I actually got bitten by a dolphin, which is hard to do. And the guy accused me of putting my finger in his blowhole. I went, I know that's not good. That's not going up to someone on the street going, mind if I put my finger in your ass? Hello, nice to meet you. And I went, no, I didn't put my finger in his blowhole. No.
Where's Olga?
Olga!
Oh, she's right here. Oh, right, Olga's here. Up you get, Olga. Hello. And where are you from, Olga?
Hello, Graham. Hello. Hello, Robin. I'm from London.
From just general London.
I think Olga has a surprise for us.
I do indeed.
I think so. I'm sensing. Olga.
I have a funny feeling it won't be a surprise.
Having grown up in San Francisco, I don't think so.
What's your question?
Robin, you and Mrs. Doubtfire were a tour de force of cross-dressing.
Thank you.
You're inspiration to us trannies everywhere.
Thank you. Thank you, Olga.
Robin, who is your inspiration in stagecraft?
Well,
Bit actor studio. Someone just got a text
well,
as well. Was it you?
I would say RuPaul, to me, is God's gift. I think, if for those of you who don't know who RuPaul is, imagine Kobe Bryant with tits. But I think that, for me, and Dame Edna for pure comedy.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Olga. Now,
But
Olga, now very quickly, some people couldn't be here. There is a man called Sergei in the Ukraine. He likes you very much. Sergei? Hello.
Hello.
Oh, hello, Sergei.
Hello, Robin.
Hello,
How are you?
Sergey.
I have a little question for you.
Oh, Sergei. Sergei. Oh,
why
wait.
don't...
Sergei?
Yes. Hello.
Hello. Now, Sergei, we can't see you, but because people did cartoons themselves, Sergei has drawn a cartoon of himself and sent it to us via the email. Isn't that right, Sergei?
Yes.
Yes.
He's being censored as we speak.
Okay.
Yeah, who's standing behind him? Putin is going, you don't say anything else.
So, what do you imagine Sergei looks like?
I am thinking about 5'8", maybe 180 pounds.
This is rather good. This is Sergei's drawing of himself. It's good, isn't it?
Sergey looks a lot like David Letterman. With no eyes.
Yeah, the no eyes is scary. Okay, Sergei, what's your question? Fire ahead.
My question is, Robin, why don't you perform in Europe countries more often, especially in Russia, Poland and Ukraine?
Yes, in Russia and Poland and Ukraine. Я говорю по-русски. Для меня очень трудно говорить по-русски 6 минут. I can only speak 5 minutes worth of Russian. After that, I would be tap dancing the whole time.
Very good answer. Thank you, Sergei.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Sergey!
Yay!
Спасибо большое! Будь осторожен!
Because in Moscow, the Hudson, you did about half an hour in Russian, didn't you?
I had to speak Russian because I had to learn to speak it and read it because most of the cast, most of them spoke English, but especially the older cast didn't speak any English. So, and it was also great for me to learn. In learning Russian, you also learn how tough English is to speak for them. That certain words are difficult for them to say over a period of time. Like Graham Norton.
Yes. I never worked there.
Never. You should work there, Graham Norton. You could do comedy. Soviet ventriloquism, you know, Russian ventriloquism. What do you think about Putin? But it is difficult to do comedy in other countries. But for me, c'est trop dur pour travailler en France maintenant, c'est beaucoup de fois. C'est, je cherche pour un venue en France, mais beaucoup de Français sont foute-moi la paix, Robin. But it is necessary, huh?
See, we're going to do the same thing as Mork and Mindy. I'm going to have lawyers running up and down corridors going, what is he saying? What is he saying?
He said, back off, Robin.
Yeah, very like that.
He's like in France going, wow, it's crazy, I don't know.
Oh, listen, before we go, apparently there's someone who can do a very good Mrs. Doubtfire voice. Who's that? That's Gary Lawson. Where's Gary? Oh, there's Gary. Oh, he's now, Gary, is this one of those things where you said you could, and now you're here, and Robin Williams is sat on a sofa, you're thinking, oh, shit.
That's for you to decide, Graham.
OK, Gary. Gary is an electrician, if anyone's looking. OK, go, Gary. Your impression of Mr. Doubtfire now.
Hello, dear. I'm a hip old granny who can beat bop, deep bop, dance to a drop, and yo-yo make a wicked cup of cocoa.
Bless you, Danny. Oh, Danny, that was stunning. You made me harder than Chinese algebra. Well done. Well done, Danny. You did a great job. Brilliant.
It was good, wasn't it?
Oh, God, it just flew.
Now, we've got to talk about this stuff for just briefly, because, everyone loves that film. Was there ever going to be a sequel? Was there ever...
They've tried, but it's really hard. When the end of the movie, the last one was revealing your whole identity. It's going... How do you put it back in, going, no one knows who you are?
Yeah. And all those stories, well, there was just kind of like publicity stories at the time about you really walking around San Francisco in costume and stuff.
Yeah, I would walk around and the makeup would work pretty much from about here to there. And I went into this one store. There's these shops that sell adult toys. And I went in and picked up a big double-headed dildo and went, excuse me, how much for the mandingo? And this guy was like, I don't sure. Yes, does it come in another size? This one's a bit flaccid. But it was fun to just see people when they finally realized, that's you. I went, yeah, it's me. Hey, how are you?
And famously, you are quite hirsute.
Yes, it's the most frightening thing in the world was to see me with the face on and hairy arms. It was like a bad episode of Psycho. But it was, yeah, I am really hairy. It's frightening. It's like... I had to have my back waxed for a movie, and I had two women waxing my back, and at one point they both went, do you mind if we take a break? I thought at one point they were making crop circles.
Look, there's alien crop circles on your ass, Mr. Williams. Nobody knows the trouble I see. Nobody knows around me. It's scary.
Well, you've been touring the States, haven't you?
Yeah, it's been great playing all over different clubs. Theaters, actually.
Yeah, because it's been a proper big stand. Is that to mean your kind of return to stand-up, or you always doing stand-up?
I wasn't always. I did it in 2002. 6 years later, I'm doing it now, which is, because the times are so good, it's just so much to talk about.
And this was the weapons of self-destruction.
Oh, yes.
And all about Bush and...
Everything about the country, about, going through rehab, about all of that and more.
And I mean, it is a fantastic moment in American history that Barack Obama's arrived. But
yeah.
As a comedian, is there not a small bit of your heart breaking that Bush is leaving?
Yeah, at the end of George II. It's so sad. He's leaving, and he's had 8 years of amazing... He has said things that even Buddha would go, no. Like a lot of our imports come from other countries, America, where you can put food on your family. He's like... I always said, like, our enemies are looking for terrible ways to destroy this nation, and so are we. Here's the great one. He said, the question that's never asked, is our children learning? And he's got 8 years of that stuff.
And of course, we saw the pictures this week of President Bush showing Barack and Michelle around the White House.
This is where I used to sit a lot. This is home right now. And this is kind of good luck to you. Thanks.
He must have hated it.
I think hated it, but at the same time, he's out of there. It's a kind of an interesting time. And I think, the transition... He's actually trying to make the transition as quickly as possible. He wants to get back to Crawford and dig some more holes. He's dug himself into a big one now. Yeah, it's weird. I mean, people can't... you talk about the economy, and you're going... W didn't even know the price of gas. It was like, W, what's the price of gas? Definitely don't know the price of gas. How will you deal with the economy? $750 billion split between 200 million Americans. Basically, if you divide that up between 200 million Americans over the age of 20, each one of them gets $235,000 a person. They tax that at 30%, then they get $135,000 back. That's my tax plan. That's it right now. Not bad.
And Sarah Palin...
Oh, she was a gift.
They're not going to let her go, are they?
No. How did they... I always think, how did they find her? Was it Project Running Mate? Is that how they... Was it like a talent portion? And at the end, the last few days of the election, when she started to let her hair down in the glasses, I thought she was just going to go like, take the prod and go like... How do you like my northern slopes now, boy?
Oh, there she is.
You think the whole time Clinton's sitting at home going, where was she when I was in office?
she's hot. She's hot in a global warming kind of way.
She will get a talk. She'll get a talk show or a
I
reality
hope so.
show.
I mean, it's pretty amazing that, you know, she's got that kind of shucks and awe voice, you know. And, I mean, I love the fact they said that, you know, the journalists were after her. It was like, yeah, with tough questions like, what do you read?
I know, those interviews were hard to watch.
I know, it was tough when she said, you know, I know about foreign policy, I can see Russia from my back door. Yeah, I can see the sun from my backyard, but it doesn't make me an expert about solar energy. Yeah, you're near the North Pole and you know Santa too, but it's okay. It's just, it got to be so strange, but in the end it came down to the economy and people basically saying, how can we get through this? And Obama came across, people voted not out of affirmative action going, oh, the nice black man. They went, he's calm, he seems to have a plan, we'll go with him.
And so I think you did a really impressive thing, because a lot of people, I think, in America, it became difficult for a while there to be anti-Bush, because it meant that somehow you were against the troops and
No, I mean, listen, I've been to Afghanistan 4 times, to Iraq 3 times, and you go there because it's for them. It's not about politics. The moment you land, it's not about anything. You can do political jokes, whatever, but it's about them. They're there. They're, to be blunt, they're in the shit. And to be doing a show for them is probably, I would recommend it to any comic. Go, it's probably one of the greatest audiences you'll ever perform for, and probably most interesting because they're all heavily armed.
This picture of you, now in this, are you doing a Bono impression? Because you do look incredibly like Bono.
You have to tell me, is this I heard that Bono did this recently. Someone said that he was on stage in Scotland and he started clapping his hands. And he clapped his hands. He said, every time I clap my hands, a child in Africa dies. And from the back of the Scottish audience, someone went, then stop clapping your hands!
We hope that's true. What is it, just watching you with the army, they did, in my mind, my God, love my mind, remind me of Good Morning Vietnam, right? I've never done any radio hosting.
Oh, it's fun.
Yeah, well, apparently in this country there might be a couple of slots available.
Ah! I've heard that!
Yeah. Don't take me there.
Don't take me there.
I mean, it's weird that it finally came here because it's been in America for years. They've had shock jocks that, you know, call people and tell them horrible things. And finally went here and you're English, you went, don't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that. That's rather bad play, really.
Well, listen, radio. So the audience have written some messages from one another, you know, kind of those shout-outs they do on radio. So I'm just going to get my genie to help me. OK, hang on.
Oh, yes!
Because I forgot all about Poor Creature. OK, come on, Nick. Good, Nick. Good. Oh, there he is!
Yes!
Yay! Nick. OK, Nick. Ready? I need a lovely, funky DJ console, please.
Alakazam!
Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Good work, Nick. OK, I'll tell you what, Nick, you can come back into the studio. Come back to the studio. You can help us in this thing. OK, there you go. Well done.
That was so great. Yeah, right, I wasn't floating anymore, thank you.
OK, we go over here to the DJ booth. Right, here we go. It's the Robin and Graham Road show. Hello, sir. Oh, it's gloves. OK, you go over there now. Well done. So there's a mic there. Now, Nick, well, I've got some music.
Nick, put a shout out right now. Nick, gearing out for the Blue People. Nick gonna keep it real. Get ready for an Alakazam. Alakazam! Yeah!
Very good. Now, I don't have any jingles, though. So it's the Robin and Graham Road show. Can you do a jingle, a live jingle for us?
Welcome to the Robin and Graham radio show.
Nicely done. Very good.
Let's back with a big shout out from Nick.
Okay, let's start the show. So, good evening, Robin.
Good evening, Graham. Welcome back. Once again, we got some shout outs. I got one going out right now to Stephen Buck. He wants to shout out to Jess, who's a best friend, and he says, stop texting him. He's not interested.
Yay. You're listening to the Robin and Graham Road Show.
Alakazam!
No, you tit the jingle.
Welcome to the Robin and Graham radio show.
Yay. Where's Michelle Smith? Where's Michelle Smith?
Michelle Smith wants a shout out to Esther, best friend. That bloke you pulled. Don't worry about trying to remember his name. You can do so much better. Yo! Whoa!
Where's Marlon?
Marlon?
Oh, there he is. There's Marlon.
Ready? We're going to say, we'd like to shout out to his friend Gregoire. Don't worry, girls love that you have got a third nipple. Woo!
Oh!
3 nipples. ABC, way to go! Show it! Show it!
Show it, go on, go on!
Show the nipple!
Show it, go on!
Come on, little mutant boy! Wow! You don't have to! Go, show the nipple!
Wait. Yeah, hang on, yes.
First of all, I'm not a circus freak. You understand? Secondly, I will get my third nipple out on the condition that Robin Williams comes and touches it.
Okay, here we go. Here we go.
This better be a real nipple. All right, ready? Here we go. Ready? Ready? Let's see. Oh, please let it be a nipple. I have a third ball, too. Ready? Here we go. Okay. Oh!
Touch it.
I did.
Oh, well done, Rob Williams.
Wow!
Beautiful.
Wow!
Well done.
Chicks really dig that.
I like that.
I like the fact that some girl's going, you've got another one. Play with my third nipple, girl. You've never had fun till you go third. Once you touch the third nipple, things get crazy. I get two nipples going, but when the third goes, The third nipple goes, and then my fourth penis jumps out. Like,
Ladies and gentlemen, please thank my guest tonight, the fantastic Mr. Robin Williams.
Simon! Go see Simon!
Robin Williams!
Simon! Good night, everybody. Thank you.
Oh, well done, sir. Robin Williams, ladies and gentlemen. Have a quick seat. We're nearly done. There he goes. Also, thank you, of course, to our genie assistant, Nick. Well done to him. Don't forget to watch our uncut edition this Sunday night. It might be over 5 hours long. Well done. We'll see you next week with Alan Carr and the great Tom Jones. But now to play us out with her new single, Come Over, it is Estelle, ladies and gentlemen.